Today we'll be moving out with one more chapter that is called an organization structured and design. Now in the last sessions we went with certain points which was related with how management it has been running, how we run into the organization, what is planning, what is directing with the, what is controlling, organizing and staffing. This was a different terms, and with the help of different terms, the thing is we was analyzing out how the concept will be moving from one place to another, and we got a clear cut definitions of a management. As it has been said, a management is an art and the science also. So that is why we got to know how the art it has been there without managing into the people. Like you can't run with anything. Then afterwards, how the thing is, it has been even said with the help of science. We got to know about the technology, what was the technology we done with the help of an R&D, and then after doing with the help of an R&D, the thing is we placed each and everything into the correct directions. So like management is such a thing where the thing is each and everything it is are there on the sequence, where there is not even like where there is not even more or where there is not even less. So this is the way where you communicate. Now in the last lectures we learned with a certain points which was related with the help of an organization. We learned with the help of a types of an authorities. What are authorities also we have learned into the last lectures. We even learned with the help of delegations of the authorities, how the authorities are being delegates to each and everyone. So that also concepts we have learned. Now even we learned with the help of it in last session, we learned with the help of an organization. What is an organization? How the organization has been, how the organization it has been framed. How the way like what are the different types of organizations we have also discussed with a certain concept with the help of line organization, staff organization, then after line and staff, that both organizations which has been mixing together, and then afterwards they are performing out certain new way of managing each and everything into the organization. So in the thing it is what organization plays a very important role into the management. So like only not even like running with the management it is the main thing. Even the thing is like this, you need to construct, you need to structure, you need to design each and every concept internal into the dev. So like if you are not designing in the sense, it is not like as if you draw something. It is what you draw that thing, but it should be there on the mind of the certain person, the people who are running with the organization. So this is the way. So like you need to like internally, you need to think it about it. How the thing is like I need to place each and everything. What are the principles I frame, and with the help of the principles, the thing is I perform with the help of an organization. So this is what, and even with the help of it structured. Now as we also went into the last session, which was related with the help of line functions and staff then after we went with line and staff, we went with the functional way, how the thing is what each and everything we frame such a good way of the people who are working into the organization. We learned with a certain terms of an advantages and disadvantages. We learned that the thing is what are the good terms also, as we went with this different types of it, line organizations, staff organizations and matrix committees and minutes, how we prepare it out. So like each and everything we went into the sequence. So that is why this thing happens into the organization, is that in the organization we need to structure. So what are the types of structures, how you structured each and everything, and the main thing it is how you design. Like it is the way how you construct each and everything, how you place each and everything, how you give a certain specific position to the people who are being into the organization, like as if they has been get certain kind of new elements. So with the help of new elements, how it has been inbuilt out. So that thing will be learning into the organization, this thing. Now this is the introduction part. Now like before starting this type of this chapter, so like I'll just give you a little bit type of a summary. So like summary in the sense it is what are the things we are going to learn. We'll be learning into its different pyramids. How the thing is, first we will be learning the proper concept of the meaning of an organization. Then afterwards the thing is how you structured each and everything. how the thing is you complete it out each and every, how you go with the help of sequence. Like if you go from the ground level, you speak with your superior, and then after finally speaking with the superior, you speak it to the subordinators. Then after speaking with the subordinators, you speak with the like a lower level people. Or else the thing is how it moves from ground to the top, or from the top to the down. So this is the main core concept which has been done into the organization. So that is why the thing is that also concept we will be learning about it. Next we'll be learning about it how you design each and everything. Because without designing anything, the thing is you can't even manage each and every. Because into the organization to manage each and everything you need to construct. So this thing you will be learning about into this concept. You will be even learning with the different types of principles. What are the principles when you perform with the help of a structured, and how you design each and everything. And in this, there is one more point which we will be discussing about it. That is called an organization culture. So like what is the thing? What do you mean by cultured into the organization? So how this cultured work. Now as we learn with the help of in culture, like it is a certain part of it, like things what you does for it, like your behavior, your ideas, your concepts, this is all, your perceptions, which has been related with this. So now how the thing is what in organization and your culture mix together. Because what it happens when you being into the organization, and the same when you being when you being at home, you behave very differently. So it means as if you're being into the organization, you are having a formal way of communication. But as if you being into the at home, you become an informal way of communication. So that is the main concept. And the thing is, your behavior change. How your behavior change into it. Like when you being into the organization, the culture, the way of standard of the living, the way of your like behavior, the way of your attitude, it is being changed. So that's the concept you will be learning about it, and you will be learning about what are the good organization, what are good organization, and what are the bad organization. So this is the way where you will be learning about it, and it has been given one by author into this concept, which was related with the 10. He has described a good things into the organization. What you can make it in the organization, how you can make it out your organization good. So that is given also the concept. So like not moving out, like I just only just giving you the summarizing of each and everything. So we'll be moving out with the help of like slides. Then afterwards you can rectify it out. That the thing is how the concept it has been dealing with the help of both the person. First it is what now introduction. Now introduction which has been said with the help of an organization. Now here it is organizing. What do you mean by organization? It's an organizing is the process of defining and grouping the activity of an enterprise and establishing the authority relationship among them. So the basic concept, basic thing, what do you mean by an organization? It's a one type of a process. It's a one type of a process where the group of the people come together and they do an activity. Activity, it is not like the singing and dancing activity. It is what a task which has been allotted to each and every people when they're being into the organization, and with the help, as if we give you a certain kind of task, means we have given you certain kind of authority to that person, and as if that person is taking the authority into his hand and making a good relationship with each and everyone. So the basic thing, it is what which has been related. What do you mean by organization? It is what a grouping type of an activity which is done with a group of people coming together, they're performing an activity, and with this the thing is what they're building up a good relationships with each and everyone. Like as if from last previous only we are learning with the help of the concept of management. So like management, it is the thing, it is what not I previously already said to you that the thing is what when you're running with the help of a management, one person can't run with the help of a management. When you're being into the organization, whether it is a small firm or whether it's a big firm, you require the group of people should be come together, and then after they perform their own rights, their own authorities, their own responsibilities, and even with the help of their own ideas. That's the main thing. That's the most important thing. They give you certain kind of ideas, certain perceptions they give it out, and with the help of the perceptions, the thing is when a single individual person, okay, if there is one single individual person doing each and everything, accounts, finance, marketing, HR, each and everything, it is a longer period of time to complete a work, one work. a day work, it takes a 1 week a time, or else it takes a more. I just giving the example, but it takes a more. That is also because every day the work comes. So that is where the thing is what they thought about it. Let us the people come together and will be functioning out each and every one. Means we'll be allotting the each and every teams to each and every people. And with this, the thing is we'll be giving the main major concept for each and every people. So mostly the people will involve into that, and then afterwards the thing is group of the people they will come together, and even they will be realizing out how to communicate, because nowadays what it happens, people don't know what is the communication. They doesn't know. That is only communication in the sense what you speak. It happens like that. Like it is between the two persons, the senders and receivers comes and communicates. Like it is a small thing. But the thing is the major concept, it is what to speak and how to speak. That's the most important. If there is a superior, who is a subordinator, who is a top management person, so how you speak, the way of politeness. So this should be there, like when you're performing, when you into the organization. So this, with the help of not with a single person, the thing is each and every people does. So that is why the thing is in organization, what in the organization, it's one type of a process where the thing is what group of the people come together, okay, and whatever the task it has been allotted to that person, they complete the task, and with the help of that completing the task, they build it up, they build it up the good relationship amongst each and every people. Because what into the organization nowadays, the thing is you need to build a good relationship. That is the most important. Because till the time the thing is you does not complete your good relationship, or else you does not even speak it out with any people with the help of means what, as if you are like having a bias also, but then to the thing is you need to be a very polite into the organization, because with this only the thing is your relationships it has been developed. So this is what a one concept, which is the introduction of an organization. Next we'll be learning about it, what are the features of an organization. Now first one, it is what an organization can be constructed as constituting a behavior of a set of participants. So means it has been said different types of behavior. Means first it has been said into the introduction only, it has been said that the thing is a grouping of an activity where I said, and you build the relationship. So the same, it has been here also the same point. Now you're like when you being into the organization, you construct the behavior, and with the help of the behavior, you set the participants. Means as if you see means the people now into the group. Nowadays, what happens when you being into the group also. So like what happens into the simple way, or like when you are with your friends also, what do you do? Like all the friends are there. Individually, like as if you want to go for the movie, it takes like 10 times or 5 times to go here. No, leave it, like no one is there, like little be I would. But if there be 4-5 people with you to go, so you become very enthusiastic on that time, and then you think, let us go. But the thing is, during like when the thing is in the group of the people, when you are telling like let us go for the movie for this time. So what happens certain period of time the thing is each and every behavior, some people, no, I don't want to see this movie, I really hate that movie. It means the way of, and then after finally the thing is you say no, let it be, if you don't want to come, it's okay. Like we from 5 people, like we are having 3 people, we'll be moving with the help of this. This happens. So what it happens, you see the behavior. When you bring into the group also, the behavior, how you see it out. When you bring into the organization, and as if you bring into the informal, means as if you see it out, the behavior, formal way also, informal way also. And then afterwards the thing is what, you calculated out whether that person it has been speaking with me very politely or very harshly. If that person speaks with me very politely, I call him once again. No, please you come. But as if, and even I feel to develop a good relationship with that person. But the people who speaks with me very harshly, it becomes very difficult to talk with that person, because that type of attitude comes into it. So this thing happens. So that is why the thing is here it is what a group of people coming together, and they are sharing out, they are constituting of the behavior. They are having different types of behavior, and with the help of different types of behavior, each and every people participates out. Now, from my concept and from your concept side, you can say like all the people are not equal. Some people are right, some people are wrong, and even some people's thoughts are different. Because what it happens, that is where the bias occurs. So what has happened, the thing is what you involve. There are so many different cultures. So it's simple with the help of the region also. You can say so many people are there into the organization with a different language bars, with a different of cultures. But what is happening? Their term say something else, their term say something else, their term say something else. And there are 4-5 people, their term say something else. And what happens finally, the thing is you become confused. To whom to go, to where to go. And then afterwards the thing is the bias occurs. So like you get to know about the behavior of the person. So that is where the main thing it is what you are learning the main behavior of the person. Next it is what, now this two mixture where into the organization you can see the two mixture. Once you believe with the help of two relationship, you develop a strong relationship with the help of social and cultural way also. Means as if with the thing is you become a very friendly, and with this friendly the thing is you accept the organization culture how they behave. Okay, so here I have given some enterprise information. I have given an example for the enterprise that is called Tatas and Infosys. Now the Tatas and Infosys here it is what they are developing. It's an enterprise. Now here into the organization they develop two way of culture. One, it is what a social way, and second, it is what a cultural way. Now, social way in the sense it is what they are all friendly in the nature. Whatever the welfare, whatever the parties it is with them, they come together, they enjoy themselves, this thing happens. But when related with the help of a culture in the sense it is what the standard of the living. Now here I can just give it to you, the standard of the people who are living into the Tata, their standard of living it has been changed. The people who are being into the Infosys, their standard of living it has been changed. And as you're working into their organization, you also need to be also become with them. How these people are behaving, the same we need to also follow. Simple. When you being with the help of now, as if there are some people who are being like as if you go to the hi-fi college, for example, like if you go to the like good college, like as if you go to IIM, okay, IIM you go, IITs you go, okay. Now simple means they are it's the number one top one MBA college and MBA institution which is being there. Now IIT it is for engineering. So as if you go over there, you are having very rich friends. Okay, not a single person are poor. They're rich friends. The way of talking, the way of analyzing the person is different. Okay, but simple as if you go to the like any like college, like medium college if you go. But what is happening there? The thing is you don't get. There all of people are mixed. And as if the thing is the people who are already staying from last born brought up very richly, very like having their luxurious life, and suddenly the thing is the person is shifting from some other way. So like the thing is the culture change, the way how you the standard of the living where you were staying at home was different, and once you being into the hostel, the standard of living which is being different. So that is why it is what an organization, it's a one type of a social and cultural way of relations where you build it out a strong relationship. So that is why now here the thing is what it has been said with the help of its social and cultural relation. Means as if you being very friendly with each and every people, and with this parallelly the thing is what you happen, you need to follow their culture. You need to follow what is happening into the organization, how I need to behave, how I need to speak with each and everyone. So that is most important. So here I am going to example with the help of Tatas and TCS. Next it is what organization culture. Now as if I said to you, like we'll be moving with the one concept that is called an organization culture. It's typically as a major change that helps in members to understand what the organization stands for. So see, you can just move it out here as if I'll go. So like as if I'm doing the arrow here, you can do it. Like what to understand. Here the thing is the members, means the organization people understand. What they understand, what is the organization stands for, how it does things, and what is considered important. Means it has been said. And now with the help of organization culture, now the three questions which will be arising. First it is what the organization stands for. Because what, as if you go to the Infosys and then afterwards there are the induction program, orientation. So during the orientation only the thing is you can recognize the culture of the person, how that people are performing on that time, how the people are analyzing each and everything, how the thing is, and the basic terms. What is an organization? You get it out that thing. What is the main thing? Next it is what, how it does things. you get to know like during orientations and with the help of cultured organization culture, you get to know how the work it has been done, how the work it has been done, what is the considered important, and the thing is you will know about the importance, like mostly into the organizations to whom they are giving most important, and how the most important it has been given a longer period of time, so that the thing is we can analyze each and every term into the good directions. So this is what it has been said with the help of an organization culture. So that is why I think is in organization in this chapter structured what it has been given, like into the first it has been the chapter name is organization structured and design. So structured, it is into structured, your first concept, that is the organization culture. Without the organization culture means as if you don't behave with the help of socially, or as if you don't behave with the help of like culturally. Like when you bring into the organization, you need to perform with the two types, with the help of social type and with the help of a cultural type. So now here the thing is the major importance they have given with the help of a culture. But as if you got to know what you mean by social also and what you mean by cultural also. So now here the thing is the culture where it has been said, the major things that helps the members to understand. Now here the thing is, this is with the help of understanding each and everything, you got to know what is the culture, what is the way of like standard of the living of the people, like when you being into the organization. Simple also very, as if you being into the people who are the very rich. So like you got to know on that time like what is the culture. Like once you see it about them, the standard of living, the luxurious life, then after you feel, and then afterwards once the thing is you go one time, then after you go to second time, you go with your friends the third time, and finally the thing is you what the behavior it has been changed. So basically here it is what a behavior of an organization you are getting a core thing. And what it happens at a certain point, you need to change the culture. You need to follow that culture. What they are helping out, the same you need to follow. Because what, as if you're being into the organization, you need to perform that way. Because their clients are huge, the people are high, the way of standard of the living which is very luxurious. So that is why the thing is, then only the thing is, the people attract more into the organization. And then finally the thing is, it has been graded into the proper way of scenarios. So that is why the thing is, it has been said with the help of an organization culture. Just a minute. Now we'll be moving to the help of and how important the organization culture it is. Now, first it is what it established the implied rule for the way people should behave. So first it is what the behave of the people, how the people behave into the organization. That is the main thing. First it is what, it is a powerful force in the organization that shapes its overall efficiency and the long achievements. Now, as if the thing is, this is a main one type of it, like good type of it organization, where the thing is what you shape your behavior. You got, and when you shape that behavior, you become very efficient to the work, and that efficiency becomes for the long term. And as if it is for the long term, you get the achievements. Okay, as if the thing is a symbol. As if you're being in the group, so like as if it becomes very easy to compromise with those people. Now the people who are very luxurious into it. So like as if you are a simple like normal way. So what do? The thing is as if you are having, I mean, you want to make a good friendship with them. But what happens? You need to accept what their standard of living it has been. So as if you accept the standard of the living, certain period of time the thing is what? You complete your behavior. You like enhance your behavior. You develop your behavior, and finally once you develop the behavior, it becomes very easy to compromise. So that is the main guy. And once it becomes very easy to compromise, you got to the proper rectifications, that how to behave into the which sense, how to know it about it, and you know it about it, how to complete out with it, and how you get the performance appraisal. So this is what a main concept which has been discussed with the help of an importance of an organization culture. OC is the organization culture. Now, so first it is what they have given with the help of a behavior. Okay, and next it is what here it has become very efficiency and very long term achievement, which is being you get it out. Next it is what now there are different types of culture, and with the help of the culture, the thing is organization which has been framed. First it is what a power culture, role culture, task culture, people culture. Now here the thing is the different standard of the living of the different people, and with this different way, the thing is the culture of the people into the organization, it has been differed. Now when we moving with the help of like what step by step, at least what the people can be rectified, that the how the types are it is being inbuilt in. First it is what a power culture. Now here it is what a power culture in the sense where the thing is you are having the group of people coming together, and the thing is you are having a certain powers into certain functions away. Means as if I move it here, it's a central hub of power with the function influence as I spoken. It is control to the group of the keys in individual. Means power culture in the sense as if you're being into the group, okay, as if you're being into the group, the one person who is in the higher person, and with the help of that higher person, the thing is the people get to know that the thing is how the work it has been completed out amongst each and everyone. How you analyze each and everything, like when you're being into the means that person is having certain kind of its powers. So like without power, the thing is you can't run it out with any kind of its culture. So that is why it's a one type of its central hub. Central means a main hub which is being said. Without power, you can't run with any kind of its culture. So they have given the more major preferences with the help of its powers. Like when you being into the group also, when you are performing a group activity also, you require a certain people, certain power, certain authority you require. And with the help of powers and authority, the thing is you analyze, you complete it out each and every task or the completion of the period of time. So this is what a powers, and with the help of powers, the thing is you get to know about the clear terms how you perform. Next it is what a role culture. Now here it is what role culture, it is what it works in a logical and rationality. In such a culture, role and the rules are dominated. Now here it is what a role culture in the sense it is what you're performing a critical role into it, a logical role you're performing, and now as if the thing is you're becoming very logical in terms into it, and you become a rationality in the sense it is what you're getting out the clear cut answers into it, that the thing is you means in this simple way the thing is you're performing a certain role. When you're being into the organization, you're performing a certain role, means as if you're getting a manager's position or any kind of it, like any kind of a superior position, and with the help of that, the thing is what, and you develop with the help of a logical terms, means as if you're getting out the proper role, the thing is what you are majorly or indulged into this, and then finally the thing is certain period of time, the thing is you're developing a good roles into it. Now, next it is what a task culture. Task culture, it is what it is job or a project oriented. Now, task culture in the sense it is what now different organization is having their different jobs, and with the help of different jobs, they are having the different projects. And it has been now basically this task culture, it has been said. Now, here the thing is the people, it has been calculated with the help of job and with the help of the project. Without this two, the thing is what people cannot be analyzed with the help of task, how the people will be performing with the help of task, how they'll be completing out the task for the certain period of time. So this is what a culture, because this nowadays, as if you have seen also, there are so many softwares which has been inbuilt data. So what it happens. Now, as if you are having so many cultures nowadays. So like nowadays you are having so many softwares. So what happens into the softwares now, the thing is, now each and every software, now previously there was only Tally, with the help of Tally, the thing is what the work was completed. Nowadays there are so many softwares which has been inbuilt out. So with the help of the softwares, the thing is what your work, it has been completed out for the smaller period of time. And finally the thing is what each and every things you complete it out into the certain way. So the way of preparing the project with the help of a Tally, and with the help of completing the project into with the help of like a simple software. That's the difference which has been changed. So this is what the way now in each and every organization, the Tata will be having some other software, the Infosys will be having some other software, or Wipro will be having some other way of software. And they, the thing is what they got to know about the how the work should be completed out, how the project should be completed out, and how they orientate it. The main major that has been related with that task, how you completed out that task. And the simple, it is a people culture, it is what the individual, all the importance of such and in such a organization culture. The organization is subsequent to the needs of individual in this. Now people culture, it is what the individual person's culture. The individual person culture is like, it has been different. The way of communicating with each and every one, it has been different. So what it happens, like as if they being into the different pyramids, the standard of living, it has been changed, the needs, it has been completed out, their needs are been fulfilled, or their needs where somewhere the thing is it has been completed or not even completed out. Yeah. This is the way where people culture it is being followed. So that is why now these are the different types of it culture: power culture, role culture, task cultures, and the people culture. With the help of these four cultures, the thing is each and everything it is being changed. Now here, there all people's behavior, the standard of the living, the building out the relationship between the group in between the group of the people, when you are having certain kind of activities which has been allotted to each and every people, the you develop a certain powers, you as if you're getting the authorities, your culture it is being changed over there, as if you're having a certain roles, you follow that role, and with the help of role you complete it out each and every work. And next it is what which has been related with the help of a task culture, where without the task, the thing is which has been related with the help of a work oriented. Then afterwards the people, it is what individually how the people are performing the work into the proper scenarios, and with the help of an individual, they think about the into the people's culture. Here the thing is they main mostly it has been focused with the help of an individual, like individually how they perform and how they analyze each and every work. So that thing basically it has been dealing with the help of this. Now, now next it is what are the consequences of the poor organization. Okay, now this are the consequences means where the thing is as if I discussed you during summary also, we'll be learning how it has been good and how it has been bad also. So like first we'll be learning with the help of poor way of organization, like how you can say an organization is not following out any kind of it culture. First it has been said failures to act, means as if like whatever it has been said and you're not performing. So this is the way where a strong or negative bias which has been occurred, or a negative relationship it has been developed. Then means you're not acting as a proper way, you're making out very difficulty that task, you're making out very difficulty, you're not completing out that task into the small period of time. So this is the way where you complete it out, or there is a certain part of it changes occurs, like when you perform any kind of it, like there's having like whatever the duties it has been allotted, you're not completing out that duty. So there is what a failure which has been there. Next it is what delay in acting. What it happens into it, like you are not even like whatever the work it has been, whenever it has been allotted to you, you're delaying out, like we'll be doing today, we'll be doing afterwards, like not following out those rules and responsibilities. No, we'll be doing moving tomorrow. This all the thing is what you do it into the help of a delay in acting. So this is the way where the thing is you are performing your duties, your task, you're performing like any time, or else if you're dealing whatever the commitments you have done, to that commitments it has been not at all fulfilled now. So this comes into the some part of it negative importance. Next it is what a lack of quantity of an efforts, and next it is what quantity in the sense it is what like there's so many the way of the weightage, which has been the efforts which has been given, it is very like less efforts which has been given, which has been related with the help of an quantity. And when quality, which is whenever it has been related, so here also the thing is what there is a very low type of it quality which has been given to each and every into it's to the efforts. Means in the second one, lack of the quality of an effort. So here the thing is what the efforts whenever it has been given with the help of an individual, the quality here it has been shown very lack. Means the quality it has been not proper. It is lack of quality, not a proper way of quality which has been given. Next, waste of an efforts. Now here the thing is what where the thing is you are putting in efforts, but last but not least the thing is you are not getting any kind of it positive terms. So means as if I'm doing an input, but I'm not getting finally with the help of an output. So this thing what it happens. Next it is what excessive quantity of an effort and excessive quality of an effort. Now here the thing is extra if you're using when you're performing any kind of it efforts means as if you're putting on any kind of it efforts and where you're putting extra efforts. So there also you faced a very bad way of bad way, and as if you're putting very wrong way of qualities when related with the help of quality. There also you would face with the help of it negative way. So here it is means as if you should not use more, you should not use less. So this is the way where the thing is what you are getting a different way of poor organization when you bring into the organization. These are the disadvantages comes like when you develop a poor organization, where you delayed each and everything, you are not fitting out with the proper. There's so many of lack of qualities and quantities, efforts you are not putting out, which is in qualitative efforts and quantitative efforts, and or else if you're using all that kind of a qualitative and quantitative, but where you're using it is in like it is in excessive means you're using a very large. And the large where the thing is what you don't require a large efforts, you should only require the medium efforts, and with this you can utilize your proper resources. But here the thing is the efforts that has been useless like for men. And finally the thing is you're doing very like a waste of an efforts, like you whatever the thing is you're very dedicated to the work. The thing is you're wasting your each and every, you're like dealing out, let it be not a single person are ready to perform whatever it has been done. This is the way your negative bias it has been kept. Now next term, this is what how the thing is you can make it out the good organization as if we have discussed in the summary. Now first we learned with the help of a bad terms. Now this is what when related with the help of good terms. What you get in the good terms like whenever it is in there. First it is what defines now arms commands of a good organization. Now this here it is what commandments here it has been given with the help of a good organization. The first it is what defines and clear cut responsibility. Now as if you want to make it a good organization, the first main thing it is what you need to define and clear cut responsibility should be allotted to each and every people. You need to give it out clear cut responsibility. Means this is the work, you need to complete it out with a proper period of time, and this is what the authority which has been granted to that particular person. Means you need to bifurcate it out for that things very huge or very properly. Next it is what responsibility should always be coupled. Like as if the thing is what when you're giving a responsibility, it should be always with the help of that certain particular person to be holding on that responsibility. It is not like that as if I given you the responsibility, okay fine, I'll be completing out. It should be not that way. You should be having such kind of an enthusiasm when the thing is the work it has been given to that person. It should be enjoyed that work. Then after next it is what no dispute. That's the most important. Like when you make a good organization, mostly doesn't happen. Mostly doesn't happen because sometimes what it happens, you are fighting with the help of your colleagues or co-colleagues, and finally you get frustrated more. So this thing also occurs on that time. So that is why the thing is mostly avoid disputes, like you don't fight with anyone. So this is a major thing. Next it is what no change should be made in the scope or responsibility of the position. Like whatever the position it has been allotted to you, don't make it any changes. Don't make it any changes. Don't make it any changes into the responsibilities. Like whatever the work it has been allotted to you, accept that work. As if you accepted the work, and finally the thing is you develop certain kind of a good ideas, And with the help of good ideas, the thing is your work it has been completed for the longer period, for the shorter period of time, and finally the thing is you are getting the longer period of time, the achievements what you get it out. So this is what where the thing is a clear cut information where it has been done. Your next it is what order should never be given subordinators over the head of the responsible executive. Now here the thing is what you should not give any kind of an orders the people who are like a subordinators to you. Do this, do that, and do this. Mostly happens what it happens into the people who are there into the superior ones or there's the executive one. Then after that there has been given certain kind of it given the thing is it should be like it should not force too much, but it should be allotted the works to each and every people to into the organization, because what it happens as if you allot each and every people a proper way of it, then only the work can be completed out into the organization. Because what whenever as if from the previous only we are learning now that organization does not run with the help of one management, or management also does not run with the help of one thing. So that is why the thing is what as if when you're working, when the work it has been allotted to each and every people, you need to divide to each and every people into the right manner. And you should know the authority, the higher authority, the head of the responsibility should be given to the executive, the people who are into the subordinators who are been handling. Now for example, as if you are having a one person who is having the 10 people which has been ordered. So like the one person, the executive person should be giving the work to the subordinators who are been there. Means it should be allotted the work properly. It is like means as if the thing is as if that person is giving any kind of an order also, that order should be given also very properly, very politely. It should be not do this. You means you should not argue on that time. Orders you should not go beyond to that, because as if you are having that kind of authority, but the thing is what you should not waste that kind of authority. So this is what one type of a good things where you can develop a good organization when related with the help of commandments. Next it is what promotion, wages, change, disciplines, actions should always be approved by the executive immediately. So like it is what means the people who are being into the organization, how you can make it the good things, as if the thing is the employee into the organization or an executive one or the employee organization people. If that person will be getting a proper way of promotions, proper way of wages, proper way of salaries, proper way of incentives, proper way of each and every benefit if that person will be getting out. So ultimately that person will become into the organization, that person will be appraised it properly, and finally the thing is this thing should be approved with the help of the executives, the people who are from the higher authority. It should be developed from there, and finally the thing is you need to complete it out that work, and once you completed out the work, the person should analyze each and everything. Whether that person has been got certain kind of a promotions, wages, any kind of an incentives. For example, if he has worked for the part-time like after morning, 6 o'clock, after morning he is coming into the organization after 10. So like after 10 when he is coming about it, so from 10 to 6:30 he has been into the organization. So what it happens after 6:30, if we do any kind of a part-time work or into the same organization, so that person should not say like that the thing is what you're getting a salary, like I won't pay you extra. That person should not say. Means as if the thing is what when you bring into the organization, the people who are working into the organization, that person should be getting an OT or whatever the promotions, or else as if they have been given a good things into it, so that person should be getting on proper way of incentives. Because what happens as if you give them the grade, means as if you give them the grade, finally the thing is you develop the two things. You develop the two things. One, the employee efficiency, dedication to the work. Second, it is what an organization. Because what organization needs an appreciation. In the organization, the people, each and every people should get an appreciation. As if you get an appreciation, the organizations reach into the certain pyramids. So that thing should also be there into it when you bring into the organization. So you get the good way of communications into it. Next, it is what should not criticize. So like you should not follow, you should not become very harsh to each and every people. That is most important. Then no executive occupying a single position. The organization is subject to definite order from from more than one sources. So as if the thing is, if there is not a single person into the organization, then the thing is what the position which has been given, the people who are working into the organization, if the position has been given to each and every people, and that finally the person has not been killed. So ultimately the thing is, if there is any kind of a higher authority, so you can ask to that higher authority, and finally the thing is, you can complete it out that work into the common worth way. So this is the way where the thing is, you get it a good way of communicating each and everything, and with the help of communicating each and everything, the thing is finally you wind it up a good way of organization. Develop a good sense of an organization into the management, and with the help of a management, you direct with the help of ground level to the upper level, and to the upper level to the ground level. Now, how this communication it has been start from the down level to the upper level, and from the upper level to the ground level. So this is the way where you communicated out each and every work for the period of time. Next is what will be now. So that is why these are the good way where the thing is arms command the commandments of the good organization. With the help of this only, the thing is what you get it the good organization. For the thing is you get it a clear cut responsibility. Once you get it a responsibility, you couple it out. You should not develop any disputes. You should not develop. Next it is what no changes should be made it out with any kind of scope. And what is the responsibility it has been allotted to you, you need to complete it out the responsibility. Next is what should give it to the orders to the people who are being into the group. And even the thing is what it has been given, the person should be getting certain kind of monetary returns also. And with the help of the returns, the thing is the people will be very happy like working into the organization. Then afterwards it has been said you should not criticize to each and every people, no do this, that, no you need to follow this thing, you need to follow this thing. And finally the thing is it is what as if the things you develop each and everything, the sources of resources will be probably fulfilled it out, and each and every work will be completed out very step by step. So this is the way where you are getting a good way of organization when you're being into the certain pyramids. Now we are learning next point, which has been learning with the help of in principles. Now this is what the principles. Now principles in the sense it is what like when you're performing each and everything, when you're performing organization, when you're structuring, when you're designing, when you're having certain kind of cultures, when you're following about it. So like what are the things you follow, and with the help of the things, the thing is what are the principles, what are the rules you follow, and how you completed out that objectives by following certain type of good rules. So because what as if you are not developing any kind of rules, the thing is what you cannot complete your objectives. Means as if we learn with the help of mission, vision and goal. Without the mission, vision and goal, the thing is what you can't complete it out with any kind of target when you're being into the organization. So that is why they are having certain kind of principles, and with the help of principles, they are having certain kind of objectives, and with the help of objectives, you are winding up with each and every zone into the corrective measures. So now we'll be moving on with the help of objectives. Now first it is what your principles of an objectives. Now first it is what you will be learning with the help of an objective. Now when you are starting with any kind of principles or any kind of rules, you are having on objectives, means an organization when starting up with anything, you are having a mission, vision, goal and plan. Without this, the thing is you can't run it out with any kind of organization, and you can't make it out any kind of rules. You can't even design, you can't even structure it also, because as if you are not developed with any kind of rules, any kind of terms. So first it is what an objective. Next it is what with the help of functionality. You need to develop with the help of functionality in the sense each and every like marketing, finance, HR, then afterwards you are having a logistics. Means each and every term, each and every functional, means each and every term will be having out that separate functionality, like how you perform when you into the marketing, how you being into the HR, well, like when you being into the HR. Means you're performing your own principles. And as if you are developing with the help of your own principles, the thing is you are following out each and every rules and regulations internally into it. So developing with the help of one thing that is called functionality. Next, it is what you are developing a coordination, because what, as if you're being into the organization, you also need to develop with the help of a coordination, because without being a coordinating with any kind of a person, the thing is what, you does not know what are the things to be done. So like you need to be coordination, you should be developments, you need to be coordinate with each and everyone, you need to talk. Then you need to develop with the help of principles of an authorities. What are the, here you will be getting one term with the help of an authorities also, like how you follows each and every authorities, and how you analyze the authorities, you how you develop any kind of it authorities. Next, it is what principles of and responsibilities. Now here, as if the authority came, so there is one more term with the help of and responsibility, because what nowadays into the organization, not with the help of an authorities each and everything it has been done, but with the help of the responsibilities also each and everything it has been done. So next, it is what a responsibility. Next, it is what with the help of definitions. Like you need to define each and every, means you need to, at least for the small terms, you need to explain it out. What you mean? What is this? What is this? That you also should develop one role with the help of a definition. Because what, without the help of a definition, the people won't get it out their objectives clear. And as if they doesn't get objectives clear, they cannot know what are the basic terms into it, what are the way, like how we communicate each and everything. They won't be able to understand it out. Now next, it is what with the help of in correspondence, because correspondence in the sense, it is what you need to identify, or if you talk with the people, like when you correspondence means how you completed out that work, how the thing is, it is for the long time or a short time period. So that way of correspondence, what you do, and how the way you are having a control to each and every people. Next, it is what span of control, that is most important, where the group of the peoples are involved, your superiors and subordinators come together, and the work, it has been completed out with the help of each and every people. So this is what, and how you control, means how the thing is, the work, wherever it has been allotted from the superiors or to the subordinators high, and afterwards it has been given to the ground level or to the higher level to it. So this is what a span of control, that is one more concept. Next, it is what a different way, where principles of balance, how you balance it out each and every work, like how you just make it out each and every work, like this is the way how you need to perform. You perform a various rule. Then after, principles of continuity. Now, like as if you being into the organizations, it will be a continuous process. It is not a like ongoing process, or as the thing is, it is not a for the one time process. It is for the it is for the ongoing process. It ends till the end of the period it ends. That is right. It should be one way where it has been developed with the help of continuous. It will be continued for the longer period of time. It is for the long term. It's one type of a continuous process which has been said. So like you need to also develop with the help of one more principles with the help of in continuity. Then afterwards, so we went with the process will be moving, but previous I'll just move it out once. That the thing is with the help of this term. Just a minute. Now, this is what a principles, without the help of the principles, not even with the help of rules, the thing is, you can't function it out each and every. First, this is what, without objectives, without functionality, without the thing is, the help of and coordination, you require the authorities, responsibilities, definitions, correspondence, control, balancing, and continuity. These are the different way where the thing is, these are the different way of principles. And with the help of the principles, the thing is, each and every rule should be followed into the corrective measures, because as if when you are following out any kind of corrective measures also, you need to answer it out each and every sequence into the right directions, and into the depth you need to perform the principles. You need to follow each and every principles into the depth. So this is the way where the principles are being enacted out. Next, we'll be moving, what are the process of organizing? Now, into the organization, there is one more concept which is related with the help of an organizing. Now, basically, what do you mean by process of organizing? It is what a managerial function of an organization are as follows. Now, here the thing is what organizing when terms, so it helps with the help of two ways. First, it is what an internal environment. Second, it is what an external environment. And with this only, the thing is what you are organizing each and everything. Now, internal in the self, internal environment in the sense, it is what when you're being into the organization, how the people, how the staff, how the superior, how the subordinators, how the people executive one, how the R&D people is, how their people. Now, as if you're being into the organization, internal into the organization. Internal environment means in the sense it is what? Internal into the organization, how you're following each and every term. That is most important. Then after external sources, here it is what? Where you are having government, customers, suppliers, manufacturer, wholesaler, retailers, they are outside organization. So this is the way there's a very vast difference between the process with the help of internal environment and external environment. So when related with the help of internal, external, the process of organizing each and every works. Okay, means each and every works with the help of different way of environment. Now, as if you're being into the internal environment, the organizing matters. When you're being into the organization, the work it has been organized in the organization internal way, where the thing is you are having a superior, you are having a subordinators, you are having the people, you are having the clerks, you are having the superiors, you are having the subordinators, you are having the executive developmental person. So like each and every year also, the people, the work it has been allotted to each and every people at the different way. So this is the way you develop with the help of an internal into the organization. And here you are getting a certain ethics, technical way, how you being into the internal way of organization, how you organize each and everything, how you communicate with each and everything, how you develop with the help of its behavior. And as if you're developing a good behavior, the thing is how you get it out the positive response. So this is the way where you are getting to know about with the help of internal environment. Next term is what an external environment in the sense it is what as you being into the organization, you speak it out with the help of government, you speak with the help of people who are being into the outside of the organization, the customers, suppliers, retailers, wholesalers. You be the way, how, because they are from the external to the organization. Internal means you need to follow what are the principles, what are the rules and all, each and everything you are following. But when external, it is what their terms and conditions, that people standard of living and the people of managing each and everything which has been different. So this is the way where external participates on that time. So like as if you're being into the organization, your internal and external environment differs. So like the process of setting out the internal work and external work which has been different, and with the help of internal, external, the thing is what the work it has been as if internal way, the work it has been allotted as an internal way. The next work environmental external environment which is also be involved with the help of an outsider's way. And this is the way where the organizing process which has been developed with the help of like sequence wise, like as if internal also and even with the help of an external term. Next it is what are the elements like when you're performing an organization process. Now here it is what when you're developing with the help of an external and internal. Now here they have given the two things. First it is what with the help of an internal. Second it is what with the help of an external. So here when you're moving from as if you're being into the organization and as if you're being into the outside of the organization. So what are the things you need to follow? First, most important, it is what there are certain elements of the process. Now here there is a process. So first it is what an objective. Without objectives means without mission, vision and goal, you cannot establish or any kind of it organization process. Means as if you're being into the internal, as if you're being into the external. First, the most important it is what an objective. Without being the objectives, the thing is what you cannot follow each and everything. So this is what first it is what objective should be built it up. Next it is what with the help of it functions. Like functions it is what a different way. Function in the sense it is what whether it is an internal environment, whether it is an external environment. So internal, how the thing is the people working like planning, organizing, directing, controlling this. There's the people will be organizing this. But when related with outside of the organization, the external part, the people will be dealing with the help of government, traders, distributors, suppliers, wholesalers. This is the way. So here the thing is what they should be determined which type of it functions they'll be analyzing on. Because with the help of analyzing different way of functions only, the thing is they'll be getting out the simple logical terms only, and with the help of the functions only, the thing is the process it will be completed out. Because as if internal, external, it is not like that you are giving only this responsibility and you are winding up each and everything. It is what how you are taking into the hand, how you are moving into different type of it functions, and as if you're being into the different type of functions, you're completing out that work into the certain small period of time, means as if you're not thinking about an individual, but as if you're being into the group, you're thinking about the group. So that thing itself comes. Assigning a personal requirement. So like here also, when organization process has been moving up, so here the thing is what, when the work it has been also allotted to each and every people. So on that time, the thing is the people will be getting out the personal requirement. Now here the thing is the people will be getting out the personal requirement, in the sense it is what, assigning, means assigning in is with this individual person into the organization will get their own duties. With their own duties, and with this old duties, the thing is they will be getting out the proper way of knowledge, and with the help of proper way of knowledge, they can be assigning out each and every duties into the long term and as well as for the short term process. So this is what assigning the personal requirements, like whatever the requirement it has been there, whether it is like when you're being into the organization process, so like they should be getting a proper way of duties, because as if you give the duties to individually into the organization, the people may concentrate properly. That it is in came. Next it is what, determining the physical resources necessary to achieve the objectives. Physical resources means in the sense you require material, manpower, each and everything. Because what, as if the thing is this all the thing it has been completed out, because as if you are having the resources properly, then finally you can complete it out your objectives with the proper means. Into the management, we are knowing from the longer period of time that the thing is, as if you want to make it out, or as if you develop want to keep it the good resources, means as if it has been said now, utilizations of proper resources, or the resources should be allocated resources. And this is the way, this is the what you need to utilize each and every resources, like whenever it has been required. Because with the help of resources only, the thing is what you thought for the goal, means what you thought, what is your planning, what is your organizing, directing, controlling and staffing, and as if the thing is what, the thing is of to know it about it, like where to complete, where to put the amount, and where you get it, as if you get it, put an input, you get it output. This is the way. And finally the thing is, as if you got to know all this concept, then finally the thing is what, you get it the achievements into the organization. Then grouping the function, that is most important. That the thing is, like whenever you want to discuss with any kind of terms, you need to be into the group. And with the help of grouping only, the thing is, grouping means functions in the same into the different department also, means not a single individual person will be. It is like each and every people will be giving their own interest, and with the help of an own interest, they'll be completing out each and every work. Then afterwards, whatever the authorities and responsibilities should be assigned. So like as if the thing is, when organization process it has been given. Now as we learn with the help of an internal, external. Now as if the internal and external should be getting their own responsibilities, their own authorities. Because what, with the help of responsibility and authorities, the thing is they will be working out that things into the proper manner, and the work will be completed out into the correct direction. Because what, they don't need to come for 5 to 10 times, like can I do this, means can I do this. Already the authority has been given to you, and as if you're getting an authority, once you're getting an authority, you need to think about to complete the responsibilities. Like whatever the responsibility it has been given to you, need to complete it out. That the authority is what empowers what you get it out, and how you get complete your responsibility, as if you get the powers into it. So as if you're getting a power, you have a right to speak it out, like to which direction it should be go. Then afterwards, it is what, determining the level of accountability personal. Like as if you should know about it, like personally, like as how to complete it out that work into the certain period of time, how much time it will be taking on, what is the level of like when you're preparing out the chart, so what is the level of that. Last, it is what, determining the work activity. That is most important, because what it happens whenever you being into the organization, you need to see it out. What is the work and how the work it is in they determine, means how they see the work into depth, how they move it out into the correct directions. So this is the way where you are getting out the organizing the process, each and every process. No. This is the way where you're getting things should be completed out into the proper period of. So this is the way there are the principles. These are the elements of an organization process. First, it is what you need to see about the objectives. Second, functions. You need to assign personal requirements. Next, it is what you should know about the physical resources, like whatever it has been given. Then to complete it out with the help of that objectives, with the help of its resources, the thing is you need to complete it out with the objectives. Grouping of and functions, that is most important, where the group of the people is involved. Next, what are the you need to see it out there, what are the assigning their authorities responsibilities, that is most important. Then afterward discussing, determining the level of an authority. Accountability is like whatever it has been accounted personally, and last it is what determining the work activities, like whatever the work it has been given. Next it is what next concept we are learning with the help of an organization design. Now this is first, as if I said to you, we learn with the help of an with the help of the terms when related with the help of an organization culture. Now as if we learn with the help of its culture, we learn with the help of different types of its culture, and how that culture it has been completed out as if you're being into the organization, and as if you accept that kind of its culture. That was the main terms which was said. Next afterwards we learn with the help of it different process, like internal, external way, and we learn with the help of an elements also, like how you completed out, how you organize the work. And as if you organize the work, the thing is how much you get it, the input and output, that thing you calculate on that time. And then afterwards we learn with the help of different terms, and with the help of different terms we got to know the importance of an organization culture. Because what, and you need to accept it out, that is the most important thing. As if you go it into the any kind of an organization, what the thing is, you need to accept that culture, you need to accept it out, like whatever they does you need to accept it out. Because what it happens, the standard of the living of the people, it has been differed. So that is the thing is, as the standard of the people of the living it has been differed, you becomes a very crooked way, or you becomes a very different way, your behavior change. So this is the basic concept which has been discussed in the help of an organization culture. Now next it has been said with the help of an organization design. Now in this design, first it is what it refers to the process of designing in which managers create a structure of a task and the authority. The process is the decision making through which manager evaluate the relevant benefits of alternative tasks and authority structures. Okay, now we'll be moving with the help of in step by steps. Like first, what has been said, it's a one process of design. Okay, first organization, as if we are learning a design. So now the thing is what the thing is has been said with the help of an organization design. Now here it is what first it has been said, the one type of a process of designing. Okay, next it has been said. Now here the thing is what they're designing. Here they're designing the task or the activities or the work which has been given to the authorities. Means as if the thing is what the work should be done, and with the help of the work, the thing is enhancing one kind of authority to that person. So it becomes very easy to complete it out that work. So that is called the organization task. Next it is what's the one type of decision making through which manager evaluate the relevant benefits of an alternative task and authority structure. Now here it is what, it's a one type of a decision making process. Decision making in the sense it is what like as if the task whatever it has been allotted to you, like whatever the task it has been allotted to you, so that task you need to complete it out for the certain period of time. And the thing is what you need to evaluate each and everything. You need to evaluate the relevant benefits, like whatever the good terms you get it out, you need to move it out and that thing. And the thing is what, as if you're getting certain kind of authority. So the simple terms I can be explaining to you on this, that is called, it's one type of organization. Now here the thing is, it's one type of process of an organization design, where the thing is you design, but the thing is what you design, the activities or work which has been allotted to the people. And when they have been allotted to it, so like when they allotted to it, when the work it has been allotted to the people, it has been allotted with the help of a certain authority. Because what, as if you're being into the organization without authority, the thing is you can't complete it out with any kind of it work. So it is what one type of authority is where it has been given to it. Next it is what division of in labor. Now, all the jobs are specialized to the degree and abilities to divide the work amongst many job holders in the key advantage of an organization. The higher level of proficiency is reflected in the better quality of an output. So here it is what division of the labor, you can see a specialization, which you say. A simple division of the labor, it is what is specialization. Where the thing is what here the thing is all jobs are specialized to the degree and the abilities to divide the work among the many job holder is the key advantage of an organization. Now it is what when you being into the organization depends upon the qualification, depends upon the degree what you get it out, degree or a qualification what you get it out, and you become a specialized of the certain person. Now for example, the people who have completed their BMS and after that completing the BMS, that person becomes a graduate. And after completing their graduation, he enrolled for the help of a management MBA. So like MBA also, he got a certain specialization into the marketing. So this is what, as if a BMS, it's the one type of management study. But into the management, you are having one concept, we are dealing with the help of marketing. So that is also finally the thing is what he became a degree holder. And second, the thing is what again he done the masters, but he had the interest, he done into the same management only, but the management also he got a certain specialization which is called in marketing. So what it happens, as if at a certain period of time when he leaves the job, when he completed his studies, so like finally the thing is what he'll be searching out the job of marketing, because what as if he is having the interest with the help of in marketing. So here it becomes very advantageous of the organization, but with the help of functions, and with the help of functions, the thing is the people are being qualified. Nowadays also you can see into the certain part of an organization where the thing is what the Q vacancies are there, or else certain higher authorities vacancies are there, or the people who are for the like a top directors authority it has been given to it, or else the general manager, superior and superior manager which has been given to it. So this is what just only to come, then afterwards analyze yourself, and finally as if the thing is we got it the good thing, so we seek out the specialization, because what without the specialization of any kind of a person, you cannot given out the people, cannot make it a good way of an organization. So this is the main key advantages of an organization. You need to develop with the help of division of a labor. Division of a labor, it is what is you need when you are recruiting or else when you are placing any person with any kind of work, that person should be a specialization to a certain degree. Without a certain degree into the organization, that person it cannot be enrolled for the enrolled, and with the help of an enrollment, that person cannot be completed out with any kind of work into the shorter period of time. Next it is what the departmentation structures. Now this already we have completed out this comes into the last thing, departmental structures. Now specialization of a labor is normally accomplished by the process of departmentation. Now here the thing is as if it's first what you do when you want to place any kind of people into the organization, first the thing is what you develop any kind of objectives, each and everything it is. Finally, like when you want to start up any kind of a business, you want a competitive person, competitive current youths you require, and that youth the thing is they will be thinking for the longer period, they won't be thinking for the shorter period, and as if the thing is they are into the certain degrees, they are qualified properly, they are having a good experience. So finally I'll be placing with the help of a department. And departmentation, it is what one type of a normal process of accomplishing the specialization of in labor. Means as if the people are from the marketing, so I'll be putting all MBAs are marketing, so I'll be putting into the marketing department. All the MBAs are, there are 4 MBAs which are from finance department, which are from finance, I'll be allotting that person into the finance. Means depends upon the specialization, and with the help of specialization, the people are given the people are being divided into the departmental type of process, and with the help of department type of process, they are completing out each and every task whatever it has been allotted into the small period of time. So that is why now here they are having the 4 meanings. 4 primary means of departmentations are being followed. First it is what the functional way, product way, customers, territories and projects. These are the different way of departmentation which it is moving into the different way. So now we'll be moving out how they have been structured. We learn with the help of an organization culture. We learn with the help of design. Now we are learning with the help of a departmentation structured we are learning. Now how into the organization each and everything are into the department and how it has been structured from ground level to the upper level to the ground level. First we'll be moving with the help of primary way. Now, primary way in this first will be moving with the help of a function. Now, here also you can see like as if one function, product, customer, territory, and project. So, first we'll be moving with the help of finance. Now, here it is what a finance which is being said. Now, I'll just move it out once again. Just a minute. Now. We went with the help of a departmentation. Next it is what a departmentation by the functions. Now as it will be moving like a role one. Now functions it is what? It is the most common meaning of grouping related functions. Functions is what where the thing is a group of the people come together and there the thing is what each and every responsibility which has been allotted into the group only. Now. Here it is what departmental lines are drawn on the basis of specialized functions such as the production, marketing, finance and person. So here it has been given with the help of production, marketing, finance and person. So this is what one type of a departmental functions and where the group of the peoples are coming together and they have been divided into the different departments like finance group, marketing group, HR group or production department. And each and every departments are having the people who are all placed into the group and they're completing out each and every work in like forming each and every people into the group. So this is what one type of advantage is what you get it out into the when you're performing departmentations by the function by departmentalizations of by functions. Next it is what now here see I've been drawn a chart how the people are placed. Now first it is what as if the thing is a precedent you can say it about it. Now. Now see the functions here you can see it out. Now the president means the higher authority and you are having a different types of department. Finance, marketing, productions and persons. Each and every department, this type of department it is called the departmentalization of a function. Means a functional into different types of departments. You are having each and every people who are working into the organization. Upstairs you are having a VPs who are being handling each and every VPs or any kind of it like directors or any kind of it person higher authority. And with the help of it mostly the people here is from the higher authority that which has been there. And then finally the thing is what they are all been accomplished with the help of finance, marketing, productions and persons. So with the help of this the thing is what your work it has been completed out with the for the longer period of time. So this is what one type of a departmentation by the function. Function in the sense it is what a group way each and every people it has been given and with the help of the group the thing is your work it has been allotted to each and every people. Next it is what the product wise how we are performing. Now it is concerned. Now here it is what it is concerned the organization accordingly the type of product being produced or sold by the firm. So like here the thing is what mostly now here in this the thing is mostly it has been developed with the help of a product. Now into different departments how the product it has been sent from one person to some other person and here the thing is each and everything it has been given a proper organizing each and everything for the each and every how do you produce the goods and how you sold the goods means how you sell the goods by the firm and how you produce the goods by the firm. So this is the way where the mostly it has been concerning the organizing with each and every way where types of in product and being produced or sold by how you produced and how you sold. Now here I have given you one chart. So with the help of this chart the thing is what you can analyzing out that the thing is here. Now as if you can see the bold one here. Here it has been said, as shown above, a large electronic firms is organizing into the 3 product divisions. Now here they are having different product divisions which has been there. First it is what a radio product which has been said, television product is means studio systems it has been there. So this is what a different way. Now here means as if I said to you a vice president of a marketing means as if first it is what we went now functions here, finance, marketing, productions and product. Now the thing is into this, the thing is in you are having a head of the person. Head of the means these are all VPs, you can say it out, the people who are there. Now upstairs you are having the head of the person who is you. Now next it is what? Now this VPs. Now into this VPs you are having some other people. So that is why you can see into the VPs now you are having some other people who have been related with the help of and like how you produced. Now because your the thing is departmentation by product it has been given. First it is what they have been given with the help of its function. Now here it has been given with the help of a product. So like whenever it has been given with the help of the product, so like vice president of in marketing because the product which has been there. So product it is what whichever it has been related with the help of in marketing. So now here you are having a different. Now when related with the help of marketing, do you sell only one goods? There are so many goods which you sell it out. Now for example HUL. So like HUL, do you think they only just prepare a soap and they sell that soap only? They sell detergent powders also. They sell with the help of powders like common powders, whatever it has been there. They give with the help of like a certain way of food items also where the thing is here HUL it has been there. So this is what different now, but all the things but this all comes into the marketing only because all the terms are there. But the thing is what each and every people into the organization, like the VP whenever the work it has been given into the different people it has been given into the marketing. So here is also given one type of a large electronic firms, and here when large electronic firms are there, so like in each and every you are having a different divisions with this. So in the different divisions all are having now here the radio product division, the people who have been selling out with the help of produced product wherever it has been said. So here it is what when related with the help of the radios. Next it is what with the help of in television. Next what with the help of in stereo system. So there means this is what a different way where the work it has been given and work you are completing out each and everything for the better zone which has been given into the marketing. So like into the marketing, so like previously only we have seen, so now into the marketing only the thing is you are having a two pyramids, and with the help of these different pyramids the thing is the work it has been allotted to individually division by division the work it has been given. So that is why here into the written bold as shown the about a large electronic firms the organizing into the three product divisions, into three different product divisions, each and every the process. Now here the thing is the marketing process it has been given to you. How you do the marketing with the help of different types of product division and you complete it out that task. Next it is what a customers. Now departmentation by customers. Now customers it is what a like a VP means the vice president of marketing. Now here as if I took with the help of marketing. Now for second it is what as if I thought with the help of a product. Now next thing I need to think about the customers. So like when I'm performing any kind of a department, I need to think about the customers. So first it is what the three types of customers I'll be seeing out. First it is institutional customers, retail customers and international customers. So like as if you will be aware with the help of retail customers, the people who are buying with the help of retailing like their own manufacturing out the goods, and finally the thing is the retailers who are the people who are selling outside to the, it means that product it is going directly to the customers. So that person it has been also been there. Retail customers are there. Next it is what international customers where I'm having out where I'm selling the product outside also with it. Next it is what institutional customers means where the people are buying a bunch of it and they are for the longer period of time. Huge customers where you can see it off. That's called international. So this is the way where the customers are being also departmental wise they are being like linked it up. And finally whatever the conversation it has been there you need to make it out to the VP of marketing. Now you're also as if you see now all these people finance, marketing, reproductions and personnel. This all the people need to inform to the president. Now next it is what when related with the help of radio product division, television product division, stereo systems. Now this all the people will be recommending to the vice president. We are also the same like as if these three customers are their institution, retailer customers, international customers, they will be directly coordinating with the help of a VP of marketing. This is the way whatever it has been done. Now here it is what one type of a departmentation, here it has been given with the help of a project. Now here it is what like Departmentation for the project is a method of bringing together personnel with the various work background to form a team. So like basically this type of a project it is what where the it's a one type of it method where all the peoples come together and they perform a team. And while completing, we're performing with the help of teams, they're completing out their task into each and every like a proper manner. They're completing out their task, and finally the thing is they will develop it out the good relationship amongst each and every people. So here it is what once you get it the good advantages where the thing is when means as if the product whenever it has been allotted to you. So like what happens now into the department now as if into the marketing also one product as if the product is being given into the department. So it is what a one type of a project what you get it out. So what the thing is what each and every people should be involved into that project and then finally the thing is you get it the personal together. You become very personal with the help of together because as if you're being into the group. So like when you're being into the group, you become very person with each and every people and you follow a team. And once you're following a team, you are completing out your work and you're completing, as if you're completing out your work, you are moving out each and every, means you're completing out the project. Like departmental wise, each and every work it has been given to each and every people. And finally, the thing is you completed out that work for the proper direction. So this is the way where departmental by the project it has been given. Next, it is what a matrix way how you organization design. Now here it is one type of it given where the matrix way of organization it has been designed to you. Now. No. Matrix way. Now here it is one type of a design where the thing is each and everything it has been involved and after the involvement the thing is you design each and everything. Its forms achieve the desired balance by the supreme imposing or overlying a horizontal structure of an authority, influence of in communication. It is the structures are found, its structures are found in an organization which require responses to rapid change in two sectors such as the technology and helps to maintain the resources. So mostly the thing is what as is the matrix organization it is what when related with the two things. First thing it is what with the help of a technology, next it is what with the help of a resources. So with the help of these two terms the thing is what you design each and every organization, you construct each and every organization and as if the thing is when you're constructing out you balance it out each and everything. So here when developing the matrix way you need to like think with the help of technology also and with the thing you need to develop with the help of it resources. The two things are coming together and you are forming out each and every work into the corrective measure. So this is also one type of it way where the thing is in the organizations you are having one design where you frame it out with the help of a matrix way of organization. So here is also the way how you come together and the technology which has been came and with the help of technology you are developing the resources. So this is one way where you get it the benefits of matrix means you are having a structured. Now first it is what it forms the achieves the desired balance by superimposing or overlying or a horizontal structure of an organization, influencing the communications. Like this is what where you're getting a corrective and a great way of communicating with the people when you bring into the organization, and you know it about it how to communicate with the people. And as if you communicate with each and every people, you completed out each and every work into the correct direction. But the thing is mostly like when you're performing this type of direction, there's been said you need to first resources should be maintained. Second, it is what the technology should be you should be even built with the help of a proper technology. So with the help of two only the thing is when you're changing out, so like you get it your organization designed properly. Now what are the advantages you get it out like when you perform a matrix way of organization like matrix organization. First it is what you become very efficiency of in resources like because here only previously only it's been said here the thing is what such technology and the maintenance of resources. So like previously only it has been said if you are keeping out the resources properly then it becomes very easier and very efficiently dedicated to the resources means you know what like how to sector it about. Second, it is what flexibility in condition of changes. Like it becomes like as if you want to change it out, you need to previously you need to change it or like whatever it is, becomes very flexible for you so that at least what you can understand. Technical excellency, that is most important because as if you're using a technology, so as if you're using a technology, it is the most important thing. The thing is you need to be a technically very proper, very importance to each and everything you can need to give it. Next, freezing the top management. Freezing in the sense means you need to now here the thing is the people will be from the top management only. They'll be having the good response to get it out from that because as if you are developing, you're becoming efficiency to the resources, you know like what to spend, like how much we spend. This is the way it has been done. And finally the thing is what you're completing out that management, that is most important. So this is the way. Next, one thing you get it like improving the motivations and commitments. That is most important. Like as if you develop the proper way, your motivation it has been developed. You get it motivations, you're getting motivated, and you're completing out the commitments. So because in the when we are learning from like previous time, so on that time only we are learning with the help of commitments. Like commitments, it is most important when you bring into the organization. You said like I'll be giving you certain type of terms into this term. So like you need to give it out certain kind of terms into this term. So this is what a commitments what you get it, because into the organization without commitments you can't complete it out your work. So that is why the thing is as if you completing out, as if you want to completing out each and every one, the commitments it is most important. Next, it is what providing opportunity for the personal development. Because as if the thing is what, as if you're using with the help of proper resources and technology properly, so what happens, it becomes very personally development, as if you develop a good way of, and you're getting a good opportunity, and with the help of good opportunity, the thing is what, you personally develop each other into the organization with each and every people, like when they're being into it. So with this, the thing is you develop very good terms of the things, like when you being into the corporates or when you being into the organization. So this is what a way where you get it out the advantages. First it is what you get it out with the good good resources, you get it out. Next it is what you get is the proper flexibility, technical excellency, because as if you're dealing with the help of technology, you get it technical excellency. Then where the top management improvements, you get it out where you are taking the help of top management. Next it is what improving the motivations and commitments, that is most important. Next it is point, it is what providing opportunity for the personal development, where the thing is what, when you being into the organization, you require the personal providing opportunity for the personal development. Like into the organizations, each and every people will be getting an opportunity to speak, to get it out the proper way of concept into it, and then only the thing is you get it a proper way of opportunities to develop each and every personally you become personally develop, because what, as if you want to develop also you need to have a certain ethical terms, because of the ethical terms only the thing is you can complete it out your work. Next it is what are the factors of departmentations, like whatever, like when you are following with the help of departmentations, like when you are moving up with the help of departmentations, like what are the things you need to just mostly you need to wind it up, or like mostly you focused on that time. First it is what is specialization, as if we learn with the help of division of in labor. So that is most important. Without the specialization, you cannot complete it out each and everything. Next, control. That is what most important, because what, as if you're being into the organization, the things should be controlled. Like it is not like that how much you want, like you complete it out that thing, that is not there. Then after coordination, that is most important, because what, when you being into the organization, there should be proper coordinations among each and everyone. Next, securing the attention, that is also important. Like when you being into the departments, you need to do that way. The thing is, the people should put the attentions into it, like how you follow, how you do it, each and everything. Next, local conditions, like what are the rules and regulations when you're following about it, that is most important. Next, it is what, when related with the help of economically, you need to think about the not for yourself, but as if you need to think about it, whether as if I'm following this thing, so whether this thing will be moving into the further, it will be moving into the correct directions, or it will be moving into the wrong direction. That also should be seen about it. Next it is what an organization chart. So now here it is what one type of a chart it has been presented to you. So with the help of an organization chart, so like we learn with the help of departmentation. Now here it is what an organization chart. Now here it is organization chart. It is what you do one type of a planning process. Now when you bring into the organization, also, you develop a proper relationship. So as if you want to develop a proper relationship, you need to plan your work. Because without planning your work, the thing is you can't manage it out each and everything. So as if you plan, so when you plan, so like you get to know what to plan, how to plan, like whom to plan, and how you analyze your plannings and all each and everything that you see it out. And then after there is one certain person who supervises you each and everything. And with this help of supervising, you get to know that what is to be do into the certain period of time, what you plan, how you analyze each and everything that is being done. So this is what organization chart is, a plan of working relationship. Okay, it shows who is to do the work, what is to be done, and who is to direct, supervise the efforts of those who are to be the work. So this is the way, because what as if you organization into the organization, if the each and everything you develop a chart, means you get to know what is to be planned, how is to be planned, and you place it out each and everything, then only the thing is your work it has been completed out into the process. Now here they have given you the chart with a different way of charts, only the thing is you can identify. Now here they have given you the presidents, means the people who are from the top authorities. Now here is given 6-star specialized. Now into the different. Now as if like you people will be aware with the help of production manager, marketing manager, finance managers, and person managers. Now this all the people, person means you can say an HR manager. Now this different departments like production, marketing, finance, and person. You are having a different department, and which is the subordinators with internals with each and every people who has been there. So this is what as if in organization chart you need to place it out as if I'm drawing, means how the work will be allotted to each and every people into the organization. So this is what with the help. When related with the help of production manager, you are having now production managers, you are having marketing one. So as if I draw with the arrow, so like these what you people will be aware. So like here it is what a production manager, marketing manager, finance, and you are having a person manager. Now here it has been given there is 6 stars, and with the help of this arrow you can say now this is all been subordinators, and they are being given to the responsibility to the president to follow each and everything. So like you are having a production manager. So like production managers, you are having the executives who are been internal with it. Then after you are having the supervisors who are being internal into it, and you are having the artisans. Because what as a production it has been there, the production managers like the people who are working internal into it. So that person it is what an artisan. So this is what executive positions, whatever it has been there. You're a person who is an executive means to the higher authority has been there. Then afterwards you are having a supervisors, and finally you are having artisans. Artisans are people who are working with the help of like productions, into the people who are working into the production. Next into the marketing also the same one. You are having the sales executive, you are having a supervisor, you are having the workers who are being like supervising each the workers. The same happens into the finance also. You are having finance executive, you are having the supervisors, you are having the worker. Second, it is what a personal manager, you are having the executive one, you are having the supervisors, and you are having a worker. So now into each and every people, you are having a different people who are being subordinated to each and every one, and finally they are reporting to each and every people. So this, and as if the thing is you can see the specialization, because as if into this chapter we are moving with the help of structures and design. So how you structured and designed with the help of an specialization. So in this we have learned with the help of one concept which was the division of a labor. So division of a labor, it is what a certain way of specialization. So here also like production, marketing, finance, and HR. In each and every one, they are all having their specialization. Without the help of a specialization, we are placing each and every peoples today. So like as is into the production, the people are an artisan, supervisor, executive, they will be into the production, because these people all are specialized into the production. Now here also, as if you can say it out, now into the marketing also, you have sales executive, supervisors, and workers. Now this is all the people who are there into the marketing. This all the people have been specialized into the marketing. So this is the way you are having the same in finance also, and even with the help of personal managers. So these are the 6 way of staff. where it is being specialized in each and every department also. So this is most important, like when you need to plan it out each and everything. Without the planning, you cannot perform. Next, it is what organization relations, how you develop an organization relations with the help of distinct types of a line and the staff relationship. Into the organization, when you want to develop a good relationship with the help of line and the staff. So first it is what when you are developing any kind of relationship, the first important when you're performing, so like first you need to think about the relation when you are developing. First you should be advising, as if you need to advise the people, you need to counsel the people, as if any kind of it wrong information it has been passed, any kind of it like barriers are being created, that thing. Next it is what service requested. Service requested in the sense, if they into the work, if there is any kind of it issues or any kind of it problems arise, so how you need to solve that problem, that is most important. Then after, auxiliary service necessary to operate. So like whatever the rest of the service it has been also been there, like where it has been having any kind of it like wrong way of intentions or any kind of it, the way where you are having very tough type of invention. So like it is necessary to operate, you need to follow that thing. Then after functional, the relationships, you need to move it out into different departments like finance, marketing, HR. And with the help of it, finance, marketing, HR, the thing is what you need to develop that way of relationship. Now, as if you are seen into the group also, these people now, as if they are having the people on finance, they will be having the knowledge with the help of finance executive. Means this is also from finance, this supervisor will be also having the knowledge of finance, and the workers will be also having the knowledge of finance. Means each and every people are being specialized. So that is why your functional relationship. Now here also how the relationships are being shown with the help of each and every people. So here also the thing is what it has been said with the help of fourth point, functional relationship should be also been built. Next it is what with the help of this, the thing is I can conclude it with the part with the help of this chapter. It is what the one type of a design type of it process, and with the help of a design type of it process, and the thing is what you completed out the work into the proper period of time, and whatever the authorities it has been allotted to each and every people into the organization, you completed out that authority. And with the help of it, like as if you move it from the down upward way or a down way or a side way, and the thing is with the help of this, the thing is will be also even got to know the specialization, how we specialize. You also learn with the help of how to control each and every work into the corrective measures. You got to know what is structures also. So this is what one type of it where you analyze with the help of designing also. You analyze with the help of you got to know about the process, how you completed out each and every process into the corrective measures. So this is the way of your organization it has been structured and designed. Because what when you being into the organization without structuring, without organizing each and everything, you can't frame it out each and every work. So that is why into the organization also you need to without this, and for this design and structure also you need to manage it out each and everything. Because what without management into the organization you cannot means as if the person is not got any kind of authorities, and finally you cannot be winded up each and every work into the small terms or into the long term way. So this is the way where the thing is you're getting a longer period of times where you communicate with each and everyone into the organization. So where the thing is you think it about for the way where you think about for the proper period of time when you counseled with each and everyone. So that is why this organization it has been designed that way. So that is why this is the way where we have completed with the help of a chapter. But previously, like I'll just give you this small brief it out. I'll just summarize it out. What are the concepts we have discussed? I just concluded out each and everything. Now I'll just summarize. We went with the help of it, like each and every term has been related with the help of designing. How you design each and every work, how you construct each and every work. The thing is with the help of it, like when you're performing any kind of it without organizing each and everything proper way, or with the help of it certain structuring each and everything, and most important you require the authorities and responsibilities in your hand. So without the authorities, without responsibilities in your hand, you cannot complete your work, and you cannot complete your work. And with this completion, the thing is take a longer period of time to resolve each and everything. Because as if we learn with the help of different types of terms also into the different scenarios, which we move it from the step by step. So this is what we got to know about the longer period of time. And other thing is, it's one type of it for the continuous process. It is not for the short term process. It's a continuous process. So that is why the thing is what you think it out for the longer period of times to complete it out each and every task into the proper manner. So that is why the thing is it has been said. So that is why we got to know today with the help of it, like what are the what you mean by organizing. Because what without being into the organizing each and every work, without planning anything, you cannot move it out into the corrective measures. So this is what where you are imposing out each and everything. I'll just move it up from beginning. So that is what I'll just summarize to you each and every one. Now, we learn with the help of it organizing also. What are the things of organizing each and every terms? What are the way how you completed out each and every task into the proper manner? Then with the help of like whatever the activities which has been given, you being into the group and you completing out that work also. Finally, then afterwards, these are the features. Like as if the thing is we got to know what the organization culture means. As if being into the organization, you're following that type of it culture. No. So that is why it is what when you bring into the organizations, you're following that type of it culture, the way of understanding with the help of the people, that is most important. And the thing is what you got to know about it, the organization, how you being into the organization, how you analyze each and everything, how you do the R&D, and that is most important. With this, basically this chapter it has been dealt with the help of you develop a relationship between a social way and a cultural way. Means as if you become a very formal way also and becomes very informal way of communications also you develop. And with this too, the thing is develop with the help of you develop with the help of like good relationship amongst each other. So this is the way. So here I have given the two where the thing is I have given you the two examples with the help of Tatas and Infosys. The standard of living of the people who are being into the Tatas and the people of being into the Infosys, they're totally different. So that is why the thing is what they have been given the vast explanations with the help of, and that the people who are working into the Tata also, and even with the people who are working into the Infosys, the standard of the living it has been used. And with this, the thing is, as if you are moving from one type to the another one, you need to develop, you need to change it out each and everything. And with the help of changes, the thing is you get it the positive terms also. Next, it is what organization cultures we learned with the main concept that is called an organization cultures also. It's a one type of a tent. It's one type of a tent where the people who followed, where you get it out. What is the organization? Basic term. What is an organization? How the terms organization it has been framed, and with the help of its framing, the thing is how important it has been there. So you get it out. This terms also like how it has been there. Next it is what you get it out the importance also we learn with the help of an importance. As if you develop with the proper way, you develop with the you become very efficient to the work, and that with the help of an efficiency you get it out for the longer period of time. It is not for the shorter period of time. So that is why the organizing means it is most important, because what it happens nowadays you need to follow it out like whatever wherever. It is not only with the help of MNCs. But as if you joined it out with any kind of an organization at anywhere, at any place or any city or any kind of state also, you need to follow their cultures. You need to weigh how they behave, the thoughts, the perceptions, the values, the attitudes. You need to follow, because what as if you want to survive with those people. Because nowadays, as if you have seen also in the MNCs also, the people are very rude. And the people don't like, if you don't accept that culture, the people don't like. The people say that the thing is you should not be into our group. So this is the way the barriers occur. The communications and the language barriers also occur. This is also not with the help of accepting the culture, but with the help of your language has also been differed. And because what in certain organizations who are only to speak in English, that's the most important culture what you follow. And certain cultures what there's only you need to speak it out with the help of a language that is called in Hindi. So that is why means the thing is the barriers occur. So that is why like nowadays we whenever you're moving out into any kind of a city or any kind of state, you need to accept their culture. You need to accept it, like whatever they are following out, whatever they are doing each and everything. So like you need to follow, because that is most important. Without that, the thing is what you not need can be identified each and everything into the corrective terms. So this is also one type of it importance what you get it out when running with the help of organization culture. Now we learn with the help of different cultures like power, role, task, and the people. Like different also we learn with the help of this also, like power cultures and role cultures. We learn powers also, where the certain authorities has been given to you, and with the help of that authority, the thing is you are completing out whatever the rules it has been allotted to you. Roles, it is what you're performing a logical terms, and with the help of logical terms, the thing is you're completing out each and every work into the corrective measures. So this is a way where a shorter period of time where you can complete it out with the help of different types of rules. Next, it is what with the help of the task culture, which has been said, like whatever the work or a project, whenever it has been allotted to you. So like you are become an orientation person, and you follow it out each and everything. Next, people culture, it is the most important thing. Like in each and every organization, people are behaving their own terms. People are having their attitude, perception, which has been changed. So that is why you need to develop, even you need to become a forms. Even the thing is what happens, people now, as if organization culture is also different, and even the people culture has also been different. Organization, it is what how the trend of an organization it is been, but people culture is what individually how the people are being into the surrounding with the help of the people. Like when you being into the organization, so how the people follow, like they are very like some people are very rude, some people are very friendly, some people are very okay type. So at least what it becomes very helpful for the people to communicate also. So with this, the thing is you get it out to know how the people is having the a certain bit of a good terms or logical terms is having out. So that is also one type of it way where the people culture it will come, where the outside of the peoples come, and after they analyze each and everything. Next, it is what we learn. What are the poor cultures? What are the bad cultures? Also, we have learned what are the good and what are the good and bad also. The first we learn with the help of it poor, where you're not dealing very active way, where you're dealing with the help of an imperfect way, and you're not performing very logical way where it has been done. You're not performing an illogical way you're performing. And where other thing is you're putting your efforts when related with the help of qualities and quantity, where it has been normal, but where you want to put it out, it has been excess. Means as if when how it becomes poor, as if you're putting a less efforts, you become very less dedicated to the work, then also it has been affected. You become overworked, you do it out over excessive, you complete it out, that thing it becomes very thing, because it's a certain period of time what it mixed it out each and everything, and with the help of mixing, the thing is you become very like a very harsh way you become now. So this is the way your work it has been not completed on, and your organization becomes a poor. Next, it is what you're getting a good terms where you're completing out your work, and this is the way where you're getting a good terms. It is what where each and every way you are thinking very good way. Like you're performing with the people also, it is very good. Like you're not developing any kind of a disputes. You're completing out each and every work into the corrective measures. You're not completing out any kind of it, you're not having any complaints, you're motivating to the people, that is most important. And whatever they are defining a proper way of clear cut responsibility we are allotting to that person, that is most important. Without that clear cut, the thing is what the work won't be even given to that person. Even the responsibilities, like whatever it is being given to that person, he is accepting that kind of responsibilities properly. Next, it is what you are even allotting the works to each and every people into the corrective measures, like whatever it is being given to them. And then even we are also giving with the help of the promotions and wages to each and every people. So with this, the thing is they show with the help of it good terms into it. So that with this it develops a good way of relationship amongst each and every people. We does not even you should not criticize to each and everyone, like whatever it has been there, you need to just wind it up between ours only, then only you can get it out the good scope of knowledge into it. Then we learn with the help of an objectives, that is most important, because without objectives, they are planning, directing, organizing, controlling, and stuffing. And with the help of the most important objectives, which has been dealing with the help of it, like your mission, vision, and goal. Without this, the thing is what, you can't run it out with any kind of business. So starting with the help of this, then afterwards you are having certain functions. What are the different departments? How you speak it out? Then how you coordinate with the people, then authorities, whatever it has been given. As authority has been given to you, you are properly, it has been developed with the help of and responsibilities, definitions, correspondence, span of control, balance of an balance, principle of imbalance, and continuity. So these are the different way where each and everything, it has been principles, each and everything, rules you are following. And with the help of rules only, the thing is your each and everything, your work, it has been completed out with the help of the proper period of time, because what this is important to it. Next, it is what with the process also, we went with the help of internal as well as the external environment. This is most important, because internally, this is what internal, the people who are being into the organization, you do with the help of the conversation with those people. External, it is what the external means, it is what the outside way of organization, like when you communicate with each and everyone. This is means outside. Now internal is what the people who are being into the organization. Outside is what the government, suppliers, traders, distributors, wholesalers. So this is the way how we communicate with the help of internal, external. So now here it is what you are getting a certain principles, and with the help of principles, the thing is what you're getting elements. With the help of an element, you get it to know how the thing is into the organization, the process it has been completed. With the help of like first it is what you need to establish with the help of an objectives, whatever the objectives it has been there, that objectives. Next, it is what are functions, whatever it has been given to you without the functions. Then afterwards, the person assigning, like whatever the assigning with the help of the people, like whatever it has been given. Whatever the resources are there, and with the help of resources, you need to match with the help of an objective. Grouping of functions, grouping of each and every people, like when you're being into the organization, you need to follow with the help of group. Then assigning the authority responsibilities, whatever the authorities and responsibilities, how you assign. Next, it is what determining the level of accountability and the persons, how you being. Then what you being into the working activities, how you performing. So this is what a different way where with the help of this only you get it to know. Next, it is what a design. That is most important. Your organization design, in the sense it is what how you design the work, how you completed out that work, and with the proper period of time. That is most important, because as if the authority it has been allotted to that person. So without the authority, the thing is you can't complete it out any kind of it works. Like you need to design each and everything. So that is most important. Next, it is what a division of a label. We learn here all the people, like whoever the people we are appointing out, we are all specialization, because what without working into the organization, without that person is not specialized, we cannot appoint that person into that part of it. So this is what it has been said. Next, it is what departmentalization structure, because as if the thing is you make it out with the help of specialization, then only you can do with the help of departmentations into the different meaning of departmentation by functions, products, customers, and territory and projects. This is the different way where the thing is you perform with the help of one departmentalization. That is the primary means. That's the first type of scopes what you do. The function level, as if we learn into the different types of it: finance, marketing, production, HR, and upstairs you are having a president which has been there, and this all the peoples are being communicated with the help of a president. Like you need to directly, all the people will be reporting to that. Next, it is what with the help of in product, as if I said to you, like here it has been given with the help of it product. With the help of product, it has been classified each and everything. So like here you can say it about it, like you are having the one department which has been there with the help of radio products, television products, and studio products. So like these three types of products which has been communicated with the help of it VP and of the marketing, because this is all the market based products which you sell it out. So this is what ultimately this person will also report to that division, this person will also be reported to this division, this person will also be reporting to you. Because what into the firms, each and every people are reporting different terms into a different way. Next, it is what as we learn with the help of in customers also, because customers plays an important roles like into the into the people, because who will buy the product as if we don't even speak with the customers properly. So that is the main terms of the people, like when you're being into the organization. So like the customers, whenever it has been there, so like the three-way where it has been there, institutional one, then afterwards you are having your retailer one, then you are having the international way. These are the three-way where they communicate with each and everyone only. That is most important. Just a minute. Now that is why this is the way customers, it is most important. Next it is what a project wise, as if it has been said, all the people are working into the team, and as if the people are working into the teams, the work it has been given as in departmental wise, like whatever the work it has been allotted to them. So that is most important. Next it is what here it has been given the matrix organization. Now here into the matrix way of organization, the mostly they have been followed with the help of one, with the help of resources, and second with the help of a technology. These two things should be done into the correct measures. Then only the thing is the work can be completed out into the, then only the work can be designed into the correct manner. That is why it is being said with the help of a matrix. Matrix, it is got a mixture of two things, which has been done with the help of resources, second with the help of a technology. So that is why the thing is here, as if when you're following with the help of designing and each and everything, you need to follow this way. First, it is what you need to develop a proper way of resources. Flexibility, it should be done. Technical excellency should be followed. Top management should be done. Then afterwards, next it is what a motivation, that is most important, because what without the help of an motivations, each and every work can't move it out properly. Now can't move it, and there is a commitment what you develop. So providing the opportunity for the personal development, this is also you do it. And then after next it is what a departmentalization, like when you're performing with the help of departmentalization, what do you follow first, like when you're performing with the help of